Hi, I'm Serena Simmons and welcome to 8 Model Psychology. Today we're going to be looking at a very dirty word. The word is should. What should you be doing? I'm going to start actually by asking you that question. What should you be doing? Should you be eating healthily? Should you be cleaning your house right now? Should you have started that business already? Should you be writing your book? Should you be working on leaving this destructive relationship? Now, in psychology, we start this process of looking at what we should be doing as human beings very, very early on. In fact, we start this process when we are just babies. Take the basic psychological developmental stages. We tell parents very early on what their babies should be doing by a particular age. Your child should be weaning by now. Your child should be talking. Your child should be walking. As we get older, these shoulds permeate our life. And we even see this with very, very young children as they take on these little shoulds for themselves as well. So for example, take little children who think that they should be very good at a subject at school or should be passing a particular exam, that they should be getting into that particular school. And then there's some really damaging ones, like they should be thin and they should look like that person or that particular friend. Don't think it stops there. This idea of what we should be and what we should be doing actually continues throughout our adult life. And again, I would just say to you, just think about this for yourself for a moment. And did you have any shoulds for you as you were growing up? For example, did you think that you should be married by a particular age or that you should have children? Maybe you've thought in the past that you should have a particular job or a particular income. Now, I want to share with you just a very small case study from a client that I worked with in the past. We were actually focused on her building her business and growing what she did for a living. Now, whenever I work with a client, I always say to that client that yes, we can work on your business or maybe I can help you leave your job, but what we have to do first and foremost is honour you and who you are in this process. It's important to acknowledge you and your own psychology because ultimately you want to be aware of the things that you're good at versus the things that need improving. You also want to be able to identify your stumbling blocks, so things that have come up in the past that stop you from really moving forward. In this case, knowledge is power. Now with this client, what I noticed was she slipped very easily into perfectionism. We're going to talk about perfectionism another time. I don't believe it exists. But actually what I noticed and what she was noticing was that she was coming up against the same blocks again and again. Now, one of the things I noticed in our sessions was she was very quick to tell me what she thought she should be doing. So I told her to stop, slow down, take a breath. And what I asked her to do was for one day only to not do anything else, just go about her normal day. But what I wanted her to do was to note down every single time she told herself that she should be doing something. So this wasn't just saying should out loud, this was her internal dialogue. When did she say to herself, oh, I should have done that, or I should have done that, or I should be doing this? She came back for her session and what she told me was really interesting. When I asked her how many times she had said to herself should that particular day, she actually said that she stopped the activity at breakfast. Why, I asked? Because she said she had already said it over 17 times. So what she was saying was she hadn't even left the house, she hadn't really even engaged in her working day, and she'd already noticed that she told herself what she should or shouldn't be doing 17 times before she'd set foot out of the door. Now, why is this important? Well, it's really, really important because, like I said, you understanding your psychology and your blocks, it's important because your self-talk plays a huge part in what you do and how you feel. So self-talk, if you're not familiar, is literally just the stuff that you tell yourself. It's the chatter in your head. It's what you tell yourself about yourself. Identifying negative self-talk versus positive self-talk can really be helpful when you're trying to make a change or you're trying to move forward, or also when you feel blocked, like you don't know why you're not actually going anywhere. I really encourage you to take on this exercise yourself. Try it for a day and just notice how many times you tell yourself if you should or shouldn't be doing something. Like I said, in psychology, we're really interested in unpicking where this comes from. So once you've actually noted down all the times that you've said it, kind of go back and reflect on the times that you said that to yourself. Where does that should come from? From a psychological point of view, we very interested in knowing things like, is that the self-talk that has come from a critical parent or friend? These shoulds or shouldn'ts, do they come from something that actually means something to you? In other words, are you doing something because you should be doing it because you're basing that on what you think society thinks of you or someone else in your life? If these shoulds and shouldn'ts are actually serving you and helping you on your way, then by all means keep that positive self-talk. If you notice, however, that they're not actually helping you on your way, that they're hindering you and making you feel bad about yourself, and actually when you sit back and think about it, they don't serve any purpose, then maybe you could actually try and stop that negative self-talk. I hope you've enjoyed what you've seen today, and if you do like what you've seen, do remember to click on the link below and subscribe, and that way you get this in your inbox every single week. Bye!